Hey everybody, I got the new premium Easy 8, the Fury. This is of course a tie-in with the movie of the same name, which I haven't seen yet. I'm not sure if I will go and see it while it's in the theatres. I probably will eventually see it at some point. Anyway, I mainly got this because A, it's a premium Easy 8 so I can train crew in it. B, it looks really cool. That's pretty much it. Compared to a normal Easy 8, it's kind of slower, not by much. It has slightly worse armor, I believe, and slightly worse gun depression. It weighs a little more because of all the crap stuck to the outside, but it's still fairly similar to a Tech Tree Easy 8. Of course, the slower speed and slightly slower acceleration means you can't circle around things as readily, but it is still very mobile for a T6. Has the same very high rate of fire, decently penning gun. So the playstyle is more or less the same. And like the regular Easy 8, you can get a V-stab at tier 6. First thing I encounter is a Lee. I decide to pull back because I don't much feel like getting artied, just like he did there. There's a Type T-34 down in town. Playing fairly conservatively at the moment. I know that I'm going to have to really work to get a win out of this team. Take a shot at the KV-1, but the dirt eats it. The enemy T1 has come up with some kind of stupid conspiracy related to matchmaking. What a surprise. Looking for shots in the Type T-34. I know he's going to peek around that corner at some point. He does it here. And so I'm able to get him track in the corner and put a couple of shots into him. He does pull back, but now that the KV-1 is down, I have the freedom to move around through the city. I'll try and get this to run a little bit smoother. It's really distracting for me seeing the tank jump around like it just did there. At the end of the day, World of Tanks does have a far better replay system than War Thunder does, but that's not really saying something. Hopefully with the introduction of server-side replays, it will fix the stuttering issue and some of the others as well, and hopefully allow you to spectate other people's viewpoints as well. Our team has actually done surprisingly well. They've pretty much cleaned up the enemy and confined them to the southwest corner of the map. The enemy are going for a fast cap, and so I work my way in behind them and start putting in shots. Just like the Tech Tree Easy 8, this thing puts out a lot of damage very quickly. You cannot afford to ignore a Fury on your flank. Which is incidentally exactly what the enemy Fury is doing. He charges over to try and kill our T-14, however he seems to lack object permanence because he forgets I'm here as well. Dispatch a T1 with a nice snapshot. And now it's the Excelsier's turn. Takes our lead, but I take him. Now with just the enemy arty left, I start driving over there. I fully expect him to be dead by the time I get there. But I'm not going to just sit around and wait. Besides, I like to watch the tanks in motion. One interesting thing about the Fury is that although Wargaming have expressed commitment to modelling even the most complex suspension parts, a while back during one of the dev blog videos they showed the T26 suspension being worked on, and the T26 suspension is a mechanical nightmare to try and animate. Notice the suspension arms in the Fury don't move at all, it's just the wheels, which is how suspensions work in War Thunder, and it looks kind of silly. I'm assuming that it's just that way because Wargaming were in a hurry to crank this tank out before the movie released. But I may be wrong. Hopefully it doesn't signal Wargaming's attitude slackening off, because I thought that was one of the real nice things that they chose to do that Gaijin didn't, was fully model the suspensions instead of just half-ass it. We'll have to see when the regular Tech Tree EZ8 gets modelled what they do with it, and also if they go back and update Fury at some point. My initial impression of this tank, it's just an EZ8, but it's a premium, a very pretty EZ8. It's good fun to play. It's pretty strong for its tier. The only problem is since this match I have got a 40% win rate in it because I had a number of games where my team just could not be carried. However, I do have a couple more videos of this tank lined up after this one, so you'll be able to see more of it in action, and hopefully as time goes on that win rate will fix itself. Usually they do. If I end up having a really bad win rate in a brand new tank, it usually goes away after about 20 or 30 battles. Thanks for watching, as ever, best of luck on the field, and I'll see you next time.